I describe him as a great big smile.
He's got this real jolly personality, and he kind of takes over a room.
And he has this very loud voice.
Your grandfather, maybe your great-grandfather.
So even if you are a mile away, you will be able to hear him.
He's a big personality inside a big bear of a guy with a lot of love that goes along with that.
George has what might be called a Midas touch. He just has a way of making things better, more exciting and more vibrant once he touches it. People will know that he's been there and that he's left his footprint in the sand.
His legacy to me is his stint in Vietnam, AIG, Seton Hall, Harley Davidson.
A lot of people don't know that George has a gold record. He was the person who put Charlie Rose on public television. George's tenure was critical to the fact that I'm able to sit here today and that WQED is still on the air. There had been a financial crisis, and George was brought in as the turnaround guy.
He turned it around, and not just making it, but actually flourishing.
He leaves behind a much stronger WQED than what he found. And he was brought in as the interim CFO at NPR when NPR was having a financial crisis. And so the survival, again, of so many important public media organizations really has George's fingerprints on that.
George never forgot his roots. He will have left behind an example for people to follow, especially young black men. They can look to George and see him in several roles where people look like him haven't normally been able to penetrate. Jesse Jackson says, you can't be what you don't see. And people can look to him and say, I want to be like him.
Even though he grew up less than 5 or 6 miles from Seton Hall University and the campus, it probably felt like 1,000 miles away.
He basically lived in 2 worlds. And he had to face the adversities of being, you know, African American and a white population.
If you just picture a young man, a young African American male in the early 60s who was actually told that he wasn't college material.
My other thought is of my grandmother, who is in heaven, looking down on us today and very, very proud. Back in 1963, when I graduated from Seton Hall University and was off to my first job, she wanted me to come over to her home on my first day of work so that she could see me, because as she said, I was the first one in my family to go to work with a tie on, and also the first in my family to graduate from college.
Seton Hall laid the foundation for what his career would later be built upon.
And he's a great representative of the university that stands for character and the morals. Seton Hall's always meant so much to him. He went through, he knocked the doors down, and he succeeded, and he's so proud to tell everyone about it.
How you doing? George Miles, how you doing, man?
Like $1 million.
He is truly the definition of a self-made man.
George certainly demonstrated that he would never let any barriers get in the way.
He doesn't ever take that bitterness and say it was something negative. He just knows there's a different path.
And so he really has seen it as an obligation on his part to help others.
You know, and I think that's what he really tries to instill in me, is that as a leader, it's not your show, it's everyone. And your greatest accomplishment is when you see what you've done for others.
George is a natural-born mentor. He was never too busy to offer advice and to offer counsel.
The Mentoring Partnership's job is to help grow the number of children who have the benefit of caring adults in their lives. When George agreed to serve as the chairman, we had no idea where it would go. We now have over 27,000 children each year who benefit from mentoring thanks to that leadership.
I asked if he could come and serve on my board. And so subsequently, you know, we became one of the largest engineering companies around, thanks to George, you know, and part of his leadership.
If you listen to him on radio when he's making a pitch for QED, it's all about QED. It's not about George.
And I think that really is what made him successful. He's very smart, but he's also very kind and giving. He is a servant leader. I think that's why he has been successful.
George puts everybody's need before his.
He knows he's been blessed, so he's the first to give back.
He will go out of his way to assist someone
Anybody around him, he has tried to bring up with him.
I never had to search outside my home for a role model or a hero. I was right in my own home.
I definitely look up to my grandfather. He encouraged me to take on leadership positions.
He always says, you know, just stay determined, stay positive, but also to have fun at the same time. Because if you lose sight of the joy in what you're doing, you're not going to be successful.
Stay in position to win. Now, what does this mean in life? It means take care of your health, understand the direction which you're heading, and don't allow obstacles and barriers to keep you from your goals and objectives, both personally and professionally. Stay the course, stay in position to win.
Congratulations, George, on winning the Most Distinguished Alumnus Award at Seton University.
George, I'm happy to offer my heartfelt congratulations to you.
I want to congratulate you on getting the Most Distinguished Award.
You've done so much and you've worked so hard, and you deserve every bit of this award. So I really want you to enjoy your night, and congratulations.
I admire you for so many reasons, but for mostly your giving spirit, and I love you dearly.
George, as we say in Pittsburgh, Yins is the best.
I'm so proud of you and so happy for you. Congratulations.
George, this is your friend and your little brother, Bob, saying congratulations on this night.
You have more than earned it. You deserve that honor, and we wish you Godspeed today and always.